Good evening, Jonathan. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. We're doing video now. The reason why we're doing video is because we're on Apple Podcasts and Spotify again. So I feel like there needs to be a reason that we're on YouTube at all. So video. This is it. You get to look at our ugly ass old faces.
Why did you decide to be on Spotify again?
It actually just because I already had signed into Spotify, so like I had that account already. I deleted it before because I got paranoid. I thought that somehow something
ruin
that
your career.
Yeah, something that I said would ruin my chances. Like, you know, if I said something, like you can be clipped or something.
I think talking to me will do that.
Yeah, you're a persona non grata. But the point is that Spotify gives you an RSS feed, and then I can put it onto Apple Podcasts. And that was actually the reason, is because I was getting a massage, and my masseuse was like, we were chit-chatting, and I said, "Oh yeah, I do this."
Masseuse/wife.
Yeah. She goes, Gumar, I believe is the Sicilian term. Mm-hmm. But the
Guman.
Is it Guman?
Is it Gumar or Guman?
I just thought it was Gumar, like from the Italian comer, like godmother. But anyways, she goes...
Your Italian's better than mine.
I know. So she goes, yeah, you're the Italian one, apparently. You're the paisan. What do you call it? So I when I mentioned, oh yes, like, I don't know, sometimes I do this fucking podcast, you know, if I have time. And she goes, oh really? And she opens up her phone, and the first place she goes to is Apple Podcasts. And I'm just like, oh, you know, if that's sort of the knee-jerk reaction from a younger person, then it should. Yeah,
YouTube is like the podcast ghetto.
That's just wherever, like whenever
that's like the bottom of the barrel. And then even if you do have a lot of podcasts, I've noticed that are on there, like they'll have like maybe the first half hour of the podcast on YouTube, and then if you want to see the rest of it, you got to go to their Substack or something.
Yeah, you have to go to their Patreon. That we're not even there yet. Like, can you imagine people paying for this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I can too, actually.
They paid for stupider shit.
There's a lot of lonely people out there.
Looking for fill their hours with interesting ideas.
Yeah, with fucking brilliant opinions. I was gonna say that it's sad to think about that, you know, like just in terms of content, like the stuff that we watch. Most of the time, it's just to like put on while you eat a meal, so that you don't have to listen to the voice in your head telling you that you're.
Well, I remember when I was in my 20s. So we're talking like this is the early 90s, and
Jesus,
you know, working on comics or, you know, writing stuff, and I mean, there was nothing to listen to. There was like NPR and maybe Rush Limbaugh, but that was about it.
Yeah.
So this is we're living in an amazing time for avoiding that voice in your head.
That's true. We're definitely living in peak times of avoiding the voice in your head. This is well-trodden ground, though. Like, you know, this is not even something like an interesting idea. This is like, for younger people, like the voice in your head and avoiding it is just as normal as and obvious as, like, you know, needing to blink your eyes to keep them moist. Or
so I'm thinking like younger people, they're so used to there being a constant chatter. Like they probably don't even they probably were born without a voice, or like as soon as they're born, the voice is completely eliminated.
Right.
Very early on. So they probably don't struggle the way older folks do.
I listened to a band this morning called Morbid Saint. Have you heard this band before?
Yeah, I think so.
I think they're kind of good. I'd never heard them before.
They kind of have like a Eddie type witch on the cover, like a mascot.
Yeah. And I think the vocalist kind of sounds like that guy somehow, you know?
It's the first one or the second one?
You mean are you talking about first or second album?
The first. Are you talking about the first Iron Maiden singer or the second Iron Maiden singer?
No. I'm talking about the singer from Morbid Saint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the singer from Iron Maiden sounds like Iron Maiden. Yeah.
But like there's the two. There's the not Paul. There's the first singer for Iron Maiden.
I only know Bruce Dickinson.
Who's on the first album. It's a fucking great album. It's more punk. It's more punky metal sounding, but it's great. But I mean, Bruce Dickinson's great too. But yeah, the first guy, he actually just died fairly recently.
Oh yeah.
But you should listen to that record. It's a great record.
All right, cool. I just was trying to broaden my horizons, and
Morbid Saint is also good.
Yeah, I like the sort of almost black metal-ish vocals, but with thrash metal, and
I like black thrash.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Like Death Hammer is one of my favorites.
What are we doing today in terms of our film discussion series?
We're talking about Marty Supreme. No, we're talking about two Bill Lustig movies.
Willie Lustig. Have you seen Marty Supreme?
Yeah.
It's not playing here. They don't play good movies.
Was that your criticism?
No, they don't play like Avatar 3 is playing here, and
Nice.
and like a lot of Japanese cartoons, and also the fucking that movie about the killer chimpanzee, which I saw. It's I'll do a little mini Rob's Corner review on this one.
Okay.
First of all, I didn't
Curious.
go to the theater to see it. I watched just like a rip of it. And then, based upon that, I maybe would go see it in the theater, like if there was any value to it. But it's, first of all, it's not, I don't like it. I think it's stupid and lame. Like,
It's too bad.
yeah, I think that whatever that movie does, that the monkey or the chimpanzee in the movie Nope did better.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, there's a aspect of
What's
that.
What's the rating on Primate? What's it called?
It's
Primal?
It's called
Primate?
It's called Primate. Yeah, it's like it's like R. It's gory and stuff and whatever.
Okay.
But
You see the monkey's penis?
he gets, dude. It's fucking so small. It's the smallest little thing you ever saw.
Bummer.
But balls.
I mean,
giant balls.
it's a movie. You might as well just go for it. Give the guy a fucking huge hog.
That's true. That's true. The thing that's funny. Okay, so yeah, whatever. There's a bunch of gore in it. It's fairly uninspired. The plotting is so lazy. Like, they do this thing where they meet a couple guys in the beginning. Like oh my god, I'm happy. Like it's a bunch of girls who are going on a girl trip or whatever to some secluded cabin in Hawaii. It takes place in Hawaii, and they go and they put the girl's putting the luggage in the overhead compartment, and then there's this guy there, and he's like, "Whoa, let me help you." Whoa, hey, we should hang out later. And then it's kind of like, yeah, are you seriously? Get real. And then they leave, and then later on they end up like somehow calling those guys, and then they come over later just to be killed by the monkey. So it's just so okay. We need more people for this monkey to kill, but they can't be people that we like, because the audience doesn't want to see people that we like get killed. So we need to have some. People who are shitheads that we can just have get killed, like, oh, they're...
That's weird to me because it's sort of like, because I always feel like you want to, you get a better emotional reaction when people that you like get killed. Like, so
like
basic.
Me and you do, but like, but when it comes to like the general audience has this weird sort of puritanical sense of justice, where it's like, oh, this guy wants to fuck, so he deserves to be
or like
ripped apart.
In Barbarian, when once that guy says faggot, you're like,
yeah,
like, kill him.
Yeah, he deserves to die. He said faggots. But anyways,
he said faggot, let him die.
Yeah, but the funniest thing about this movie is, and the sort of the clumsiest thing about this movie is that when they first introduce the chimpanzee, it's supposed to be cute. Like, he comes out and he's like, woo, woo, and he's supposed to come out and it's supposed to be like, it's the not
it's like
dichotomy.
Bubbles.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to they're trying to create a contrast where it's like how they do in Cujo. Like when you first see Cujo in the movie Cujo, you're like, oh, that's an awfully cute dog, and then later what you thought was cute is now subverted into something terrifying. But when you first see the monkey come out and they try to make it cute and they do the music, it already looks just horrifying. It already looks just like this awful thing that you just don't want in the house. And they have the music playing, like, you know, this sort of like gentle kind of like childish discovery kind of music for lack of a better description. But it's just so funny because it's just like that thing is not cute at all. It just looks awful right from the beginning, and the girls are reacting to it all fucking like, hey, this is Ben. He's our family helper because my dad's deaf. I guess the dad needs a fucking monkey helper because he's deaf. The logic of the whole thing doesn't make any sense to me.
Did you ever see Shakma?
Yeah, and they're playing Dungeons and Dragons in the fucking mental asylum or whatever, like the hospital.
They're like in some sort of hospital, and it's got the kid from Blue Lagoon in it, and it's not a chimp, but it's like a baboon.
It's
or
a
something.
baboon, yeah. It's the ugliest primate of all. And you know who's in that is Roddy McDowall, the guy.
Roddy McDowall's in it, and I can't remember where I got this information, but I guess like there's really great scenes where the monkey's like trying to get through a door, like it's bashing its body, like trying to bash through the door, really violently. And they said that like they put some kind of like the smell of monkey pussy or something on the other side of the door to get the monkey to go fucking nuts and really bash the door really hard. So did they use any of those? Was it a real monkey in Primal or? I
don't think so, dude. Primate. I don't think so. I think it was. Like mostly. I think it was mostly a guy in a. I don't really have no fucking clue. Like, I mean, I can't really tell. I know that like during the action, like sort of the violent moments where the monkey's chasing people, it's a CG monkey.
That's what's cool about Shakma. I think it's pretty much like 99%
monkey pussy.
that monkey was going crazy.
Yeah. Shit, that's
is there anything in the movie that is like any connection? Because I was actually, when I saw the poster for it, I was like, oh, I hope this is about that woman that had the chimpanzee that she would feed Xanax and then it went crazy and
that's
ripped that woman's face off.
That's the thing, is that if they had just taken a story from life, it would have been a lot better than sort of this contrived, like, dorky thing that they came up with. Like, I remember hearing a story about this elderly couple that had a monkey that they took to like a sanctuary after it got too old, like after it reached sexual maturity and became dangerous. They had like this sanctuary that they took it to, and they would go and visit the monkey, the chimpanzee. And then what happened was the elderly couple went there, and there are other chimpanzees there too, right? And the other chimpanzees kind of caught sort of like understood the habits of these two people coming to visit their monkey friend, and they ended up like ambushing them. And what this all amounted to was basically the woman hiding underneath like a picnic table while the old man was laid out belly down on the ground, and they just ate his fucking ass. Like they ate his fucking gluteus maximus like off. And they ate it all the way down to the bone so that there was nerve damage. The guy is in a wheelchair now because they just ate so much of his ass and lower spine that he can't walk anymore. I mean, make that into a movie, you know?
Yeah, like even the lady's the 911 call that she makes while her friend is being ripped apart, like even that feels like it would be more horrific than the movie.
Right. You know what else too is that they start the movie with a preamble, like a text preamble of to provide context, I suppose. And it's not about chimpanzees, it's about rabies. It's like rabies is a disease that makes animals not want to drink water, like makes them not want to drink water. And it's, it's completely like not connected at all to the content of the film, you know? I mean, and also like you don't need rabies to make a chimpanzee scary or a threat
Yeah,
at all.
I think all you got to do is give them lots of coke.
No, you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is just be around it for long enough, and it'll want to.
All you have to do is like fuck it and give it Xanax for like 2 years.
The thing will eventually understand that, the reason why it can't do what it wants to do is because of you. It'll eventually it's smart enough to get that, and then once
AI.
It's like AI. That's the thing. It's exactly like AI. I think I was trying to come up with an idea yesterday. I have to come up with a bit of dialogue where these two people are, like these two paramedics are like talking about stories, like they're telling like sort of funny stories, like, oh, I got called in for some shit a few years ago, and this guy fucking whatever cut his leg with a chainsaw, and he tried to glue it back together with crazy glue. Some sort of whimsical sort of story, but still with a bit of gore to it. And I was racking my brain. It was late last night, so I was kind of tired, and I couldn't really get things moving. So I decided to resort to fucking ChatGPT to like help me come up. What I said to do is I scour Reddit, go on the internet, and just try to find any crazy stories and just list them here. Just give me like 40 of them and just put them in 2 sentences so that I can review them, and then and then later on I'll go check out what the story is. And it didn't give me it didn't help at all. Like it's just all it does is fucking interpolate. All it does is just like look for like I could and then later what I did after this thing wasn't working was I went on Google and I was just like crazy fucking paramedic stories and there's just like a Mashable list, and basically all the ones that ChatGPT gave me were just like the ones off that list, and I'm just like, this thing sucks, like I don't understand. Maybe I'm not using it right, I always get those fucking ads saying like, oh, you shouldn't use ChatGPT for Google, you should use it to fucking make your business or fucking invest for you or whatever, but I can't find any fucking use for that fucking thing.
No, yeah, I never used it, so I don't know nothing about it. Right.
Okay. Well, anyways, I think that we should probably. So Primate, it's not worth seeing. I don't understand the people who are giving it, good ratings and stuff like that. It's not a interesting movie. The gore isn't like that great. I don't think, and I don't know.
Watch Shockman instead.
Yeah, I think you should go watch Shock. What's the best Primate? The best Primate related. Because Shockman becomes a lot more funny when they had a jar of monkey pussy essence on set. But I'm trying to think of my favorite movie with a fucking killer monkey in it. Oh, you know what's really good? I like Monkey Shines. George Romero's Monkey Shines.
I don't know if I saw that. I remember I think I read the short story or something. It's based on a Stephen King.
No, you're thinking of The Monkey.
Oh,
you're thinking.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, the Monkey Shines has the same cover as that Skeleton Crew short stories collection with the what do you call it? Organ grinder monkey.
Right.
But it's about a guy. It's about a guy who doesn't have the use of his arms or legs. He's a quadriplegic, and he gets a helper monkey. But then the helper monkey has got some fucking brain enhancement thing that makes it smarter, and it's very, very slow. It's one of the sort of more plotting kind of George Romero things, but I think it's pretty cool. I like it. I think it's kind of a fun movie. It feels it's not as gory and sort of monkey. You don't get sort of the monkey sort of gore attacking stuff that maybe you'd want out of it. But what you do get out of it is sort of interesting. It is very slow though. Maybe I don't like it. Maybe I got to watch it again. Maybe we should talk about Monkey Shines one of these days. So we're talking about, what'd you say? William Lustig films, Maniac
and Vigilante.
Right. Which one would you like to begin with?
I guess Maniac, we'll do that one first. Start off with a good one.
Oh, you don't like Vigilante?
No, I like Vigilante, but Maniac is the far superior.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. I think that the reason why Maniac maybe even the reason why you particularly like Maniac as much as you do is probably for this similar reasons that you like Texas Chainsaw Massacre so much, is that it's sort of like a trailblazer, or there's something kind of like...
But also, like, there's a real quality to it. There's a gritty quality to it. It's in New York City during the 70s and the height of sleazy Times Square and just like completely bombed out pre-Giuliani Times Square, New York City.
Yeah.
So I'm really fascinated with that world and the way things looked back then. Like the Warriors and Escape from New York and all those sort of classic kind of movies of the time. It's visually interesting to me. Night of the Juggler, like all those.
Cruising,
nice one. Yeah.
Vigilante.
Basket Case.
Vigilante's like from that era as well.
Yeah, there's some cool shit in Vigilante.
Excuse me. Okay, so Frank Zito, right?
Is that his name in the movie?
I think so. Played by
Joe Spinell.
Yeah, Spinell, right. Frank Zito, the character. He is the movie.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember the gravestone at the end. Right. Mama Zito.
You know what I did also is I'll bring it up later. The the movie starts and he is looking through like a telescope, one of those ones that they have in the park, and then he's looking at girls, and then the first time that you see him interact with one is when he goes and procures the services of a prostitute. And take it away. I think that you sort of care, or this movie is not to say that I don't care about it, but like this movie is more near and dear to you than it is to me. So I'm going to let you lead on this one.
Yeah. So I mean, I should say the Joe Spinell in general, like his look, his aura is like he also just seems like perfectly in tune with the character that he's playing and the world that he's in. He's so sweaty and gross.
Yep.
He's got the pockmarked face and the greasy hair, and he's living in just a complete shithole. He's disgusting.
Yeah.
And you can almost like smell him, and he's completely obsessed. Oh, and then just the other great New York movie of the time, Taxi Driver. He's in that movie as well as the guy who he's running the cab company. He's the one who hires Robert De Niro.
He's in Vigilante too.
Yeah, he plays the sleazy lawyer.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
He plays the lawyer who gets off the spick who attacks the family.
Johnny Ryan just said spick.
From the in the Headhunter gang.
Yeah, that's right. Who plays is it someone else? Is like those cops that get blowjobs? Like, is it like Danny Aiello or something like that? Like who's the? I thought he played the cop that accosts those two transvestites early on. We're already getting into Vigilante. Let's go back to.
Man, I just watched the movie. I don't know what you're talking about.
Really? You don't remember? Fuck! I'm so fucking stupid. I'm thinking of Cruising. Joe Spinell plays the fucking cop, the cop that gets the blowjob in Cruising.
Oh, okay. It's been a while since I've seen Cruising.
We gotta talk about Cruising.
Sure, anytime.
Here's the thing, man. We try to we tiptoe around it, but the truth is that all I want to do is
what we're talking about.
All I want to do is talk about Cruising. Okay, so Joe Spinell is, as Frank Zito, is perfect according to Johnny Ryan. He's sweaty, he's ugly, he's disgusting.
Well, I mean, like also too, they made a remake of this with Frodo.
Yeah,
and talk about miscasting. Like, there's nothing about that guy that makes me think this is a Maniac. He just looks like Frodo.
Yeah, but that movie is actually shot mostly first person, so you don't really see him all that often.
You see enough of him.
I guess so. You're right. You do see enough of him, but the sort of the.
But he's a guy. He always
gimmick.
looks like he's on the verge of crying. So it doesn't, like, when you compare that to Spinell, it's just like, why would you even think that you could play this? It's crazy.
Spinell is always crying in the original Maniac. He's always
but he
whimpering.
still looks scary. Frodo doesn't look scary.
Yeah, fair. I mean, I guess so, man. Like, for me, he doesn't look scary. He just looks like ugly, and
Well, ugly means scary to me.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't know. Like, I mean, when you look at these these Ted Bundy's, Jeffrey Dahmer types, like they're not like these big weird slobs. I guess there are
a couple of hotties.
There are a couple of fucking pieces of ass, if you ask me.
I would eat his ass like a monkey.
Yeah. Eat his ass all the way down until you give him spinal damage.
Right, all the way down to the bone.
All the way down to the nerves. I was gonna say the what do you call it? What's the name of that fat one, the clown one, serial killer?
Gacy.
Yeah, he's not a piece of ass. Yeah. BTK, not really a piece of ass. BTK kind of looks like Frank Sabatka from The Wire.
It's like a nerd.
Yeah. Okay, so
and I mean, Dahmer's a nerd too. They're all fucking nerds.
Yeah, they are.
Trust nerds.
Yeah, that's true. Well, there you go. Elijah Wood is a nerd, dude.
I wouldn't even say he's a nerd. He's like a weird, kind of like a handsome dwarf with big watery eyes.
Yep. Damn, you could just lose yourself in those eyes. Anyways, let's keep going on here. Okay, so I actually did watch the Maniac remake, like, after watching the original a couple times, because it actually, I got to say that the original Maniac, it lacks like propulsion for me. There's a real, like, syrupy sluggishness to it that I find it's really difficult for me to stay engaged with it. I had to watch it twice, but for me it's all about the flavor, like basically what we've been touching on the whole time, like, is the flavor, the vibes, and just sort of the spirit of the movie. Is this?
That's the thing. Like, unlike Vigilante, which has like a driving story, like a driving plot line, like, we're going to put together a vigilante crew, guy's family gets killed, and then, like, propelling that whole story forward. Maniac doesn't do that. Maniac is a bunch of set pieces.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of like skits of, like, okay, now we're going to do, he picks up the hooker skit. Now we're going to do hunting the woman in the subway skit. Now is the stalking the couple making out in their car routine.
Tom Savini.
The only time that a story kicks in is, like, when he becomes obsessed with Carolyn Monroe. Yeah. And I once saw Maniac at the theater, and Bill Lustig was there to talk about it afterwards, and he was saying that they had filmed all this stuff. The only thing that they hadn't filmed was all that Carolyn Monroe stuff, and it wasn't until, I guess, they were at some sort of horror convention or some event where Carolyn Monroe was signing, and Spinell, like, went up to her and kind of, I guess he was very charismatic, and he talked to Carolyn Monroe for a while, and I guess he was able to talk her into being in the movie. So they had already, like, shot all that stuff, and then it's, at like the 11th hour, they, like, brought Carolyn Monroe in, and then they did all the, like, Joe Spinell obsessed with Carolyn Monroe and going on a date with her and all that shit. Like, that was later. They just added all that stuff later. So
it feels like that too. It does
feel like that, but I don't feel like it's a bad thing.
No, it's not. It's not a bad thing at all. But
somehow it works.
I mean, it feels like all of a sudden this guy really really manages to pull himself together and actually, like, pulls off like a pretty decent date and is able to, like.
When he goes to the model shoot and he's all like dressed up.
yeah, and they play that fucking awful song.
Yeah, like, it's a great song.
You just like it because it's in this movie. Like, honestly, like.
Of course, like I wouldn't even, if it wasn't in this movie, I wouldn't even know about it.
Right, exactly. But I mean, it's not a good song. It's fucking, it's awful.
Well, sometimes context is everything.
Not in this case. I mean, I understand that can be the case, but this is not one of those cases.
Is Goodbye Horses really a good song, or would it be as famous or popular as it is if it wasn't in Silence of the Lambs?
Interestingly enough, that song is used in the remake of Maniac in the first kill sequence where he kills the just some broad tattoo.
Even
broad.
That is kind of gay because it's like
it is.
It's like, okay, we're going to just. Oh, what song should we use? Oh, let's use that song that's in that other good horror movie that everyone loves.
Exactly.
It's like bad move.
It is a bad move. It's like riding coattails, vampiring all of the vibes and context that they've cultivated themselves. And
like you
can't
like,
leech it off.
Like that song is so like it belongs so much to that movie and to that scene. Mm-hmm. It can't be separated from it. Like that's how powerful that moment is. And I mean, it's success. I mean, it's amazing that they created the scene with the song and it's like, but you can't use that song again for anything else other than like funny memes, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, but that's not really the argument I'm making. I'm not making a case for how much I like the song.
I mean, if I had to
Horses.
pick, I definitely would pick Goodbye Horses over. I'm trying to remember the song.
Going to a showdown.
Showdown. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It definitely is a superior song than Going to a Showdown.
Yeah.
But there is something very special about that song that makes it work in the context of the film.
What, the Showdown one?
Yeah.
You're fucked up. That's not true. You just like it because it's in Maniac. That's not. There's something special about this song that makes it.
There is. It's like it gets stuck in. Like after you watch the movie, it gets stuck in your head for like fucking days.
Even the one. What's the one in remember Cobra where there's that.
I'm rusty on my Cobra.
Well, do you remember that there's that absolutely confusing scene where there's like it's a photo shoot, and it's there's like it's like. The props in the photo shoot are like these weird like chrome robots, and there's just sort of like this 80s woman with like a shoulder pad jacket and like sort of a short haircut. That's the song.
Is it Bridget Nielsen?
I mean, is she in that? She's in Cobra, right?
I think so.
It's got to be.
That's when they were. I think that's when she and Stallone were dating.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I mean, like even that song. I guess I'm fucking up right now because I can't even remember how the song goes, but I just remember it not being as I mean, whatever, what's the term that people use when they say when they there's no accounting for taste is what I'm trying to say here. I don't like the fucking song. That's my fucking problem. You like the song. You're having a great time over there listening to the Showdown song.
Yeah, so, I downloaded it.
I'm jealous that you've incorporated it into your lifestyle. I'm
gonna use it for my next movie. I'm gonna incorporate it into my next film.
Sure, man. Sounds great. Then you'd be doing the same thing that Maniac.
Exactly.
The Maniac remake.
Great
did.
Tradition.
Okay.
Great filmmaking tradition.
The great filmmaking tradition of taking the song from the better movie and using it in your own film
and hoping that it'll somehow improve my movie.
Exactly. Okay, so what makes this movie good? What do I like about what I really like about the movie is how it kind of how it does take that sort of trashy like not supernatural. It's all happening in his head, but like it does take that sort of zombie makeup, special effects twist at the end. Like when his mother comes out of the grave, I really like that a lot. Like when that happened, I was like, this is fucking awesome. Like I love that part. And I love the part at the end too, where all the, I guess it's supposed to be like the mannequins are coming to life.
Yeah.
But it's the actresses, that are, I guess, supposed, like, are they trying to make them look like mannequins, or are they just supposed to be like they're just back, like those girls are just back, like their ghosts are back? Like, how am I supposed to take that? I think I'm supposed to take it like the mannequins are coming to life, right?
Right, but I mean, I'm just assuming that he's in some sort of nightmare. I'm not thinking like this is really happening.
Yeah, I know, but it's just sort of on the most base levels. Is it those girls are coming back, or is it my mannequins are coming to life and killing me? Like which one is it? It's not.
But also, like, I don't remember, but are the mannequins? Does he put the mannequins in the clothes of the women that he's killed? So it's probably, I don't know, a combination of all that.
You're probably right. It probably is just sort of like it's a dream. It's a hallucination.
Like he's creating, he's taking the clothes and artifacts from all these women that he's killed, and he's creating this harem around him, this sort of fake Citizen Kane harem, and then they're finally like, he's going crazy, and his mother's attacking him, and now these mannequins are attacking him.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so is there anything that specific that you want to bring up about Maniac? Like, I mean, I like
the work of Tom Savini in it is terrific.
Right.
Like,
I was just about to say that
excellent
scene.
That scene with Tom Savini in it, and he gets his fucking head blowed off. Great.
Yeah. Even just like the brutality of the act of Joe Spinell leaping up onto the hood of the car, slinging the shotgun low, and just blowing the guy in the face with a shotgun. Like, it's such a cool, like, act. Just the physicality of it, I really think is awesome.
And just like the unapologetic violence towards women, like just creating this world, this disgusting world with these disgusting, horrible scenarios, and just taking it as far as they possibly could.
Yeah. Do you think that Maniac is a better film than The New York Ripper?
Interesting. I think on some levels, yes. I think Joe Spinell, I think his performance, just his presence, I think elevates Maniac.
Yeah.
There's not. New York Ripper doesn't have a real solid character in it that you can like really be like, wow, this is great.
Yeah, it's a whodunit rather than a character study of the killer.
Right. So, and there's more of a thriller type story to the New York Ripper, but and also Maniac has Tom Savini, and I think Tom Savini's, you can't beat those Tom Savini effects. But I think New York Ripper is somehow more loathsome.
Yeah.
Like there's definitely something more disgusting about the New York Ripper than Maniac.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess overall, I feel like I've already said it. I feel like Maniac has a real problem with sort of its drive. And,
right. No, I can see that.
And I think it hurts the film. I think that Joe Spinell's performance, I feel like it's less charismatic than you think it is. I feel like it's not as magnetic. I kind of I'm just not. I guess I'm just, again, no accounting for taste, right? There's just something that there's nothing about the performance that I find to be like really exceptional. But what I'm hearing from you is that you think the opposite, which is
well, do you just not like him in general as an actor, or is it just this performance? Are there other roles you've seen him in? You're like, wow, he's really good. And
I like him as a sleazebag. I like him in Cruising. I like him in Vigilante. But I think it's just made like, when there's just these moments where he's just crying himself to sleep and just being like, "Mommy, no," and it just hangs on him, and it's just like, this is not pulling its weight as much as maybe, Bill Lustig or Joe Spinell think it is. It's, I'm not moved. I just want this to be over so we can get on to the next thing, hanging on to this.
I just want this to be over.
Yeah. Hanging on to these moments is not, I don't think, doing the movie any favors. But at the same time, I do agree with you. I think that Maniac is like, it provides building blocks for the future, for future films. Like it's kind of an important film, I guess. And for reasons that you've already stated, like I think that it goes very, very aggressively forward with the violence and the misogyny and the there's sort of a lack of, this is the big one, is that there's a real lack of justice, like for the most part. The only time that he's ever that he ever has to pay for his crimes is basically just, because of his own subconscious or his dreams. Like, it's not like the police.
Yeah, it's not like the cops catch him or, one of the victims catch him. It's some kind of weird supernatural justice, I guess.
He kills himself. But then he opens his eyes at the end,
right?
And then it goes, and then it says Maniac. Pretty cool. All right, I mean, as far as like eggplants are concerned, what do you give this one?
I give it like 4.5.
Yeah, I give it less. I give it 3. I think it's good, but it's like it's no Texas Chainsaw Massacre in terms of.
No, I mean it's definitely. I mean, if I had to. If I was going to compare it to those, it's definitely no Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think even like Basket Case, which kind of is same time, same world, same environment. Like Basket Case has a stronger, more engaging story than Maniac.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
But that doesn't diminish the. I mean, we're comparing it to like masterpieces, so it's like it's not. This isn't an insult to the film. It's a great film.
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, you gave it a 4.5. That's only half a point away from a masterpiece. Okay, so let's move on to Vigilante, a film that I think, another William Lustig film. This one stars one of my very favorite actors, Robert Forster, who, I was first introduced to at a very, very young age when my father taped Alligator off the TV.
This is our second William Forster movie that we've reviewed.
Yep, that's true. We did review Alligator. Mm-hmm. Alligator holds a very, very near and dear. Like, it was the first time that I saw like I guess that kind of movie, and only later would I realize. And I thought that I really liked the character, the fucking Robert Forster character in Alligator, and only later in life did I realize, everybody does. Like this fucking performance is what got Robert Forster the fucking role in Jackie Brown, people like this guy. And I mean, and in Vigilante, he plays sort of just this guy who works at, I guess, a body shop or a mechanic. He's a mechanic.
Didn't we talk about, there was another Robert Forster movie, there was some mafia movie. that we talked about.
Was it the one?
Remember?
I don't think it was a mafia movie. Is that one where he carries that woman and they have a sex scene and stuff? And it's one that it's like it takes place during the Democratic Convention.
Oh, that's Medium Cool.
Right,
no,
Medium
like
Cool.
there was another one where he played. It was a fuck. I'm gonna have to look it up. There's some mafia movie that I think we discussed where Robert Forster played like an Italian,
right?
Like an Italian mob guy. It was it had Anthony Quinn in it. Who killed the Don? That's what it was.
We never talked about that.
Okay, maybe I just mentioned it while we were talking about Alligator or something. But
right.
That I like that movie a lot.
Cool. So Fred Williamson, is that the guy's name? The football player?
The Hammer.
Yeah. He opens the movie with a wicked hot speech. I love that opening of that movie. He comes out and he's like, you can't leave your windows unlocked anymore. You know, what's happened to the streets? Sometimes the only justice that you have is the justice that you take. Take it! And then it backs up and then a bunch of guys are firing at a shooting range. And then the vigilante comes up on the screen. How fucking awesome is that? The answer?
It's great.
Very. Then we move forward and we see like a woman getting raped in a sort of the alcove of or maybe the staircase of a building or something.
But she gets attacked in the elevator and then she's dragged up to the roof and raped.
Right. And then later on we hear that same rapist being like, yeah, so my parole officer says that you know, they got nothing on me. I'll go fucking walking. It's no fucking big deal. I can rape women all I want, you know?
Yeah, he's bragging to his pals,
Yeah.
and meanwhile, like right behind him, the vigilante van is pulling up.
Right. And they drag him in and they fucking give him a working. And then later on,
She was ass to the bone.
later on, like you hear the cop just being like, you know, I know you guys thinking you're good, but that guy, you broke every bone in his body, you know. And they're talking to him like, or they're talking to Fred Williamson, you know, basically saying, we know what you're doing, and you can't be doing that, you know. I know there should be 10 cops on the block instead of 3, but I'm out there pounding the pavement, you know, every single time, you know. And there's some good lines in that movie. It's not fresh in my mind. I've been watching Maniac. I've been watching Maniac, trying to get a handle on Maniac better instead of Vigilante. But there's a lot of really great lines I wish that I could quote. But anyways, do you want to talk about sort of the Fred Williamson story and also his wife, who's played by the same lady who's in Amityville 2, whatever her name is? She's a good actress. I like seeing her in stuff. I'll find her
Robert
name.
Forster?
What did I say?
You said Fred Williamson.
Oh, okay. I meant to say Robert Forster.
Fred Williamson is sort of like the friend at the machine shop.
Right.
But Robert Forster is the family man. He's got a wife and a son, and they have like all these future plans. He's going to take a break from work. They're going to go on a nice vacation together. So the future's looking really bright for Robert Forster and his family.
Rutanya Alda is the name of is the actress that plays the wife.
Okay.
Anyways, go on.
And so one day when Robert Forster is at work with his pals at the machine shop, his wife is getting the car looked at a local gas station. And while she's at the gas station getting her car fixed, a street gang, and this is back when street gangs were multicultural. So there's a Hispanic, and there's a black guy, and there's a Chinese guy, and there's a white girl. Like every race is represented in the street gang. Mm-hmm. And so they're getting gas, and then they start getting rowdy, and they don't want to pay for the gas, and then they start pouring gas all over the gas station attendant, and this fucking bitch had to stick her nose in and stop the fight, and she tells the gang member to stop picking on the gas station guy, and slaps him across the face, slaps his glasses off. Bad move.
Yep. he goes, the guy, do you remember his name? The name of the dude? The guy who's like, fill the tank up with unleaded, pendejo. You know, he's like, doesn't matter. But
Julio, I don't know.
Rico, maybe Rico?
Rico
Suave. Oh yeah, it is Rico. But
I thought you were just saying something incredibly racist, but no you were.
No, I'm looking up the real guy. Rico is the name of the character, and he is played by the actor Willie Colon.
So a cop starts driving by, and before the gang members have a chance to teach this lady a lesson, they jump in the car and speed off.
Right.
So the woman's kind of shaken up, but she's like, all right, well, at least they're gone. And then she goes home. She's got a little son with her, and she goes back to her house, and she tells the son to go upstairs to take a nap. And she tries to call her husband at some point?
Yeah.
But her husband's at the bar.
Right.
He's having his lunch break at the bar. And then she kind of like peeks out the window and she sees that the carload of gang members is like right outside. Mm-hmm. So she starts like, somehow they figured out where she lived. They followed her. And then she starts freaking out. She calls the cops. They're like, yeah, we'll send somebody there eventually.
Yeah.
She tries to call her husband. He's not picking up. So the gang members just waltz right into the house and start causing mayhem.
Yo, bitch, where you keep your bread at? Where's the bread at, bitch?
They start smacking her around. The son wakes up from his nap and starts coming downstairs. And she's like, no, run. Yeah. And he runs up the stairs. The kid doesn't know how to hide. He's only like fucking 3 years old. Mm-hmm. And so he hides in the tub. And the African-American gentleman in the group.
He doesn't hide. Does he hide in the tub? He hides just like by the window. He's silhouetted by.
Well, the tub is next to the window because he has the shower curtain in front of him.
Right.
So you could see his shadow behind the shower curtain. So the African American, the black guy, right, goes upstairs and he sees the shadow of the kid behind the shower curtain. Right. Meanwhile, somehow the woman has escaped and she runs out back. She's trying to get the attention of maybe one of the neighbors. She's shouting and screaming and nobody's coming to help. Nobody cares. Mm-hmm. It's a comment on our society.
I love comments on our society.
And then she looks up at the window in the house where the son's in that bathroom. She sees the black guy blow. This is probably the greatest scene in the movie. He just blows that kid right through the window, just
yeah.
All the brains and guts go flying out of the window.
Child
and
bones.
She's like, no.
Right. And then she tries to run back in the house through the laundry, through the hanging
there's laundry hanging laundry on the clotheslines. And meanwhile, Rico's right behind one of the sheets.
Fucking bitch, I'll teach you. He starts slashing her up. He cuts up her tits. Yeah. I think in the script, the damage to her, the slashing and disfiguring that happens to her was probably more severe. And I think that might have been...
later on when the doctor's relaying to Robert Forster what happened to his wife, it sounds a lot more severe
than you see her,
than when you actually see it.
That would have been great. But I do like that sequence where he's revealed behind that sheet. I like hanging laundry as sort of a as a
Halloween,
as a way to compose a sequence in a film. I think that there's a lot. If I think about it, there's probably a few of them that I like. But anyways,
I think Godfather too has hanging laundry at the end.
Sure.
when Marlon Brando keels over.
Right. Say what you will about the Stephen King It miniseries from 1990, but like the opening sequence where like the little girl is killed by the clown, and and they do it with the sheets blowing and the revealing things. I think that's a pretty cool sequence. Too bad the rest of the thing isn't very good, but but then like of course Robert Forster and eventually finds out. They catch the guy. There's a whole bit where they go to jail. We meet Joe Spinell. Robert Forster's lawyer is...
Well, they don't go to jail. They
Go to court is what I meant to say.
Yeah, they go to court and they've captured Rico, and they're going to put him on trial, but they're putting him on trial in front of the most liberal judge in all of New York City. Mm-hmm. Who has nothing, like he just had his open door policy for murderers.
the way I read it is not so much that he's like, he's not really coded as being especially liberal. He's just coded as having no like regard for justice as a concept. Like he just wants to just keep things moving through. Like he's just like, do you have your paperwork? Don't waste my fucking time. We got so much fucking crime and shit. We got to fucking just keep things moving. Like,
but there's no like whatever his motives are. There's no interest in
justice.
Not just justice, but stopping crime.
Sure.
Like just like even the basic concept of like, oh, this person did a crime, so we're going to put them in jail because you did this crime, so you got to go to jail. Just like that, even that just very basic notion, like he doesn't even seem to have any interest in that. It did. I mean, I guess on some level, it seems a little strange, but he's very lenient towards Rico. And this is also when Joe Spinell comes in playing the defending attorney, and somehow the gang. I guess the gang gives him 2 big wads of money, and that somehow helps the justice or the legal process for Rico. Mm-hmm. So they let Rico go, and Robert Forster loses his fucking mind and tries to attack the judge, and the judge puts Robert Forster in jail.
That's right. And then in jail, Robert, he's there for like 2 weeks for contempt of court or whatever.
Right.
Then regarding that part, Robert Forster's having like a really tough time in jail. Guys want to rape him, and etc. All sorts of jail stuff, and then of course
he meets Woody Strode.
Friend of the show,
Pompey from Liberty Valance,
the man who shot Liberty Valance. He's looking very old, but somehow he's able to beat up this enormous black man in the showers that try to beat up Robert Forster. I like that sequence as well. I like, I
have to say, like, overall, because, I mean, even though we're tracking Robert Forster's story, there's, like, there's a bunch of side shit that goes on with Fred Williamson, and he's, like, chasing down, like, a drug pusher. There's, like, a long chase sequence where he's running after the drug pusher, and they catch up with him, and they beat him up. A lot of the sort of beating up, fighting stuff was a little weak. Like it's like something about it. Like you'd see people like punching and kicking and hitting, and then the person would just be kind of like it wasn't a big deal. Like they didn't seem as beat up as they should be, or
right.
really affected by being beat up. Like,
yeah,
it's that one pusher that like there's 3 guys beating the shit out of him, and he's still like, I ain't telling you guys nothing.
Yeah,
he's got no He's got no blood on his face. He's got no bruises on him.
Yeah.
He just looks like, I ain't telling you guys anything. You guys are a bunch of faggots,
It's not.
And then
it's not the best movie in like, I mean, that kind of brings us in. Okay, so eventually, like, Woody Strode's kind of got Robert Forster's back, and he eventually gets out of jail. Lo and behold, he goes and he joins the Vigilante crew, Fred Williamson's Vigilante crew that he was invited into prior to the tragedy. And then the movie kind of takes like a real nosedive. Like everything interesting, like even like the death of Rico, like where they go and they kill him in that motel with the girl, right, and everything.
All the revenge murders feel very unsatisfying.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Like, because he only kills two guys in the gang: the leader of the gang, which I'm assuming is Rico, and the guy that shot his son, which is the black guy. I don't remember what his name is, but both murders feel fairly tepid, fairly unsatisfying. And I kept sort of thinking of Death Wish 2, mm-hmm. which, very similar storyline. The gang members are a lot scarier. Mm-hmm. Also a multicultural gang. Mm-hmm. And the revenge is in my opinion a lot more satisfying in Death Wish 2 than in Vigilante.
I'd say yes. I'd say that you are right. It is significantly more satisfying than it is in Vigilante, but still, Death Wish 2, I don't feel like it's satisfying. It's not as satisfying as, say, like I Spit on Your Grave, because
I mean, that's I feel like rape revenge is a different category than just Vigilante.
Well, I mean, like Death Wish 2, there's rape is significantly featured. It's just not.
But they don't rape Charles Bronson.
It doesn't matter. They're raping his wife and his Mexican housekeeper. So they're.
But like just everything like that rape of the housekeeper's intense, and then what happens to his daughter after that is intense. Mm-hmm. But there's like great, like the way he, Lawrence Fishburne has the ghetto blaster in front of his face, and he shoots the fucking ghetto blaster in half and kills Lawrence Fishburne. It's fucking fantastic.
It is pretty good. The guy who gets thrown into the computer, and
then sneaking into the hospital, and like I know it's real crazy shit, but it's fucking entertaining, and I feel like. Just as far as entertaining revenge ideas, Death Wish 2 is better.
It is.
And also, one of my favorite scenes in Vigilante, but it's like a real throwaway scene, is when the pusher is running away from Fred Williamson, and as he's running away, he pushes over a handicapped guy in a wheelchair.
that sequence, we didn't talk about that. That sequence where Fred Williamson's chasing that guy. I like that sequence. I especially like the music in that sequence. But it is just sort of like a little bit of a time filler. Like just let's have.
Well, I think like both that sequence and then chase, like when Forrester is doing the car chase at the end, like chasing after the
black guy,
the black guy that shot his son. Like that also feels. Like, all right, let's get to the revenge already.
Yeah, yeah. So, that's kind of the weakness. Like the movie kind of wraps up a little bit shitty, and unsatisfying. But like,
and yeah, also like the rest of the gang, like isn't he like that's I think I like whether or not you feel satisfied with the ending of Death Wish 2 or the revenge kills in Death Wish 2, I like that we are introduced to each gang member and each one has to be knocked off.
Yeah.
Like when I was looking at the time on the movie, Robert Forster doesn't get out of jail until like he gets out of jail like at the hour 15 or something. It's like something crazy. Like it's sort of like when is he Like he doesn't have. He's got 15 minutes to kill this whole gang. Like how's he going to get to it? So it's sort of like it takes too long to get to the vigilante part of the story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it absolutely does. And it's a weakness. And there's a problem it's not the same as in Maniac, but like there is a problem. Like I think from the beginning of the movie, from the beginning of Vigilante up to the part where he gets out of jail is really great. And then after that, it's sort of just,
the thing is
disappointing.
Like this movie, that should be, when we get to him killing the gang members that killed his family, this should be the big moment. Like this should be the thing. And the fact that it's not, like it's just like only the buildup and the sort of being in jail, and then watching Fred Williamson run around, and then also like Fred Williamson is we get some information during the movie on the TV about like an Italian mob boss who
that's right,
people suspect of being a criminal, but he's like denying it, saying, "Oh, no, I'm a legitimate businessman, and these people are just trying to frame me." Mm-hmm. And so at some point he assassinates that guy, because that's like when he that's the whole subplot of he runs after that pusher, and they beat the shit out of him, and then they want him to sort of spill the beans. Where'd you get the drugs? Well, I got them from that, I can't remember the guy's name, but the Italian mob boss. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, we all already knew that.
Right.
Like you really needed this guy to tell you that the mob boss is the one supplying all the drugs and shit. Yeah.
Well,
it's like, why didn't you could have just like killed the guy from the get go. You didn't need like, you're not a cop. You don't need evidence.
Yeah. They're trying to, like those bits where they're watching the guy on the TV.
Like they're trying to build a case or something. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but I think that just sort of, I think the attempt is just trying to show the scope of injustice. It's not just street crime. It's these guys who are making a lot of money. These fucking mafia dudes also. But whatever.
Italians.
It's fucking the Dagos. That I think it's.
Oh, now you've gone too far.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to insult your heritage.
We talk about spics and fags, but Dagos?
Yeah, it's crossing the line.
That's my line.
They taught America how to eat. They taught America how to. Once they were introduced to the Italian cuisine, I've been rewatching The Sopranos. It's I got a really fucking hot take here. The Sopranos is a good show. Something that no one's ever said before. Can you believe it?
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that. Just kidding.
Okay. Well, anyways,
I haven't seen the show in a while. Susie was kind of interested in watching it, and I think she watched like an episode or two of it, and she did. It's not like she hated it, but like I don't know if she just got too busy, but I was actually kind of like looking forward to like rewatching the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, we just never continued with it, so I was just kind of like
the thing about The Sopranos that's funny is like you can tell in the first season that it's very like kind of 90s TV, where it's kind of like,
right.
Okay, listen, what if a mob boss went to a psychologist? What would he say? Like it's this sort of like quirky
and
kind of
analyze that.
Yeah. It's sort of this quirky kind of analyze this. It's this quirky, like very TV high concept conceit, like of as opposed to just kind of like what the show later becomes, which is just kind of like, here's just this really great character, and he's very, very like rich and like rounded as a character and full, and just what does he do and what's his life, and we've really just put a lot of attention into this detail.
You can sort of tell that like that little hook about
it's a hook is what it is.
The mafia boss going to the psychiatrist, that was like what got them in the door.
Exactly.
Like, I'm sure like
exactly.
the fucking dumbass executives were like, "Oh, that sounds great.
Oh, that sounds marvelous.
Oh, it's so quirky.
We're going to make so much money."
Yeah.
But then like once they got in the door, and then they were able to kind of go beyond that hook and create something that was like you said, not just the character, but like the whole story, like more fully realized and richer than just this gag of a mob boss going to the shrink.
Right. Whenever I talk about the Sopranos with people who really like the show, like, and you know, everyone really likes the show, but just people who kind of, I guess, are maybe involved in writing or filmmaking. What they always bring up is how often we're in the kitchen, how often we're in Tony Soprano's kitchen, and that's a good indicator of just sort of like what because people who don't know think it's just going to be like a fucking Scorsese sort of movie or something, you know, like it's just this prolonged like Martin Scorsese movie, but so much of it has to do with like just. It has to do with it's just about like American life and this sort of old kind of American way of living, this sort of dying mafia kind of thing that you could have a lot more success with in the 70s and 80s and maybe even the 90s is kind of, and not probably not the 90s, but it's like it's dying, and we just have these sort of dinosaurs from an older time just trying to like get by doing the same shit in sort of a changing America. And
right.
And that really is what the show becomes. And that's when it becomes very interesting. Anyways, I gotta go pretty soon. I have to do a thing. But let's quickly give the review for the eggplant
Vigilante.
review for Vigilante. I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
I'll give it a 3.
Okay. Well, there you go, everybody. That's our show for the week, and we'll be in touch with you. By we, I mean I will be in touch with you later, Johnny.
Thank you.
All right. See you later, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye.